pretty kitty.
That was so cute, White Cat.
Hi, beautiful boy. Who's my favorite friend?
He's a good friend.
He's very nice. He's very friend.
All right, so here we go. I shall attempt to avoid my usual big explosive...
Hello!
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus
that.
fucking shit.
So-
welcome!
Here we
Thankfully,
go.
that's already my bad ear, but, geez, Louise.
Hello and welcome to A Star to Steer Her By, a Star Trek podcast.
White Cat, get out of here.
This is Chris, and aside from White Cat, joining me today are...
Mostly White Cat. No, this is Ames.
This is Caitlin.
This is Jake.
And I'm still Justice.
He's been here all goddamn week. You won't leave.
I have a child I've ignored.
Oh,
Just
you're
like
Borg.
Obvious but fun.
Obvious butt fun? Are we having some obvious butt fun today?
Yep,
Well,
just
we
one
say-
finger.
Now I know what this episode's going to be called. This week, we will be looking at Descent Parts 1 and 2 and wrapping Season 6.
Holy cow.
Yes.
What? Yes. Very
And
good.
also, this is episode 129,
Woo!
and I feel just fine.
No, you don't. You never feel fine.
This
That's
is
true.
NPR.
Oh, wow.
Jake, stop
This-
eating the placemat.
This American
The place
life.
where it's eating me.
It's about time it gets its revenge.
I don't know what is happening.
Do we ever...
Descent.
Into madness.
In Descent... How does
Descent
it
of a
start?
woman.
There it is, thank you. I was trying to think of a thing.
There's a
and
random.
That was it. You got it.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
some-
Whatever base gets kerplooied.
Oh, Oniaka.
Oniaka?
That's right. So in my notes, I was like, Oniaka 3. It's just kind of like a fun little bouncy thing. Oniaka 3 gets Oniaka blowed up by mysterious forces. An away team beams down. And oh shiznit, it's the Borg.
Whoops.
Only all of a sudden they have arm cannons and names and get pissed off when you kill one of their friends. And it's like, this is weird. And so, Picard rings up Starfleet and is all like, it's the Borg. And Starfleet's all like, mother of pearl, we still haven't rebuilt from Wolf. So they send as many ships as they can, and Admiral Nechayev shows up and is all like, wait a minute. You had Hugh and didn't use him to nuke the Borg, and Picard's like, well, yeah, Starfleet, high ideals.
Did
And
you see how
Nechayev goes,
cute he was?
yeah, and Nechayev goes, I'm an admiral, we don't have morals.
Mhm.
And then there's a lot of like, oh, and I forgot the key
Yeah,
thing.
don't forget the hot
Jesus,
part.
this is kind of the main point of everything.
Ah.
When he's choking out a Borg, Data gets his first ever hate boner. And then he's really happy about murdering a Borg.
Look damn good.
Yeah. So he spends a lot of the episode just trying to recreate emotions, and it's, not really working.
He watches porn for like
Yes,
a day.
which is
And he
amazing.
admits it.
Yeah.
What a fucking...
Yeah.
He'll never really be human.
Troy was really wanting to know what it was.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Who did?
Troy.
Oh, yeah.
You told her about it? Oh.
This Worf Skeletor program.
And so, they start running around. People are freaking out in the quadrant, and they're like, they keep getting false alarms because people are like, oh god, it's them! And it's like, no, it's the Ferengi.
3 times.
But then it really is them at some other place, I don't care where. And Picard's all like, isn't it convenient that we're always the nearest ship in the quadrant? As if foreshadowing that for once, there's actually a reason they're the nearest ship. And that reason is they eventually, hunt them down. They get a Borg on board, and he survives.
A Borg on board.
Like,
So like Charles in charge?
Borg on board of our starship in flight.
Nice, Justice.
Thank you. So,
That's that improv training.
a little Borg away team beams on so the Borg starship can get away through its transwarp conduit, but one of them lives. And then, while they're interrogating him, they leave
Croesus.
They leave Croesus with Data, and Croesus pushes a button, and Data's suddenly like, yes, I do love hate boners. And then
He would have
Croesus
said that anyway.
and Data run away on a shuttle, and the
And
Enterprise
they get
chases
married, and
them.
it's lovely.
And they end up around this planet, and Picard decides, let's beam down like 800 people, apparently, to do this. Like, I think whoever wrote this episode forgot that there's 1,000 fucking crew on this goddamn thing, but whatever.
Let's leave a skeleton crew of Bev and this bitch.
Bev, some rando science officer, and Tate, thank you, and some tactical dude.
I wrote his name down.
It's there somewhere, I'm sure.
Sergeant
Doesn't
Asshole.
matter.
No,
It does, 'cause I haven't-
came back. That guy came back. He was on the planet.
Oh yeah, that's right. They got him on that second
yeah,
run.
yeah. Barnaby.
Meanwhile, the away teams managed to find Power Rangers headquarters, but oh no, Zordon's been evicted and it's full of Borg and Lore. And
I fucking hate when that happens.
Lore is all, "Hello, Captain. P.S. Data's on my side now. To be continued."
Right now.
Then
And
the
now,
continue
conclusion.
And now, the thrilling conclusion.
is
Last
basically
time on
a lot
Starship
of...
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
What just happened? I just
I don't
turned into
know.
Jake.
Basically, a lot has to happen in the second half, because, like, not a lot happened in the first half, because they had to really stretch out getting to the reveal, because they
They had
wanted
to stretch
Lore.
out
yeah,
Data's
yeah.
hate.
They wanted Lore to be the reveal, but that
They
meant a lot of shit.
wandered around in the
So
woods
much,
for like
so
a
much.
day.
So now it's just like, oh god, everything at once. Bev is, like, doing all kinds of crazy shit with Tate, with science and tactics.
Oh, they bring up the metaphasic shielding.
The metaphasic
again?
shielding
Yeah,
comes
Dr.
back.
Dr. Vegas thing.
And, oh god, what else? They pull the old, my friend here is sick to try to break out of a cell, but even that was a ruse, because really they were trying to get a transponder, and because they got to turn Data's ethics program back on, and they do, and Lore's like, well, that fucks everything. And then, oh shit, Riker finds Hugh, and Hugh's like, you guys ruined my life. And then it's Borg on Borg violence, which was like, it was hard to tell, like, which side was which. Like, I was genuinely waiting for, like, a Blazing Saddles moment where one Borg punches another. It's like, oh, wait, we're on the same team. And then Data shuts his brother off, and everything's back to normal, and yeah? Did I miss anything?
That's about it, I think.
It was a lot. There was
I
a
guess
lot
you left
going
out
on.
the human experimentation and Geordi might bite it.
Oh, right, because...
But like, who
Steal-
really
Scored
steal a
out.
blind
Who really
man's
cares?
glasses.
Yeah, they were going to basically try to see if they could turn Geordi's brain into a mechanical brain, but still have him have his, like, himness, essentially. So it's like not downloading his brain, it's like turning his brain into a computer
Yeah,
while
he
it's
was
in his
try-
head.
Well, yeah, he was trying to replace his brain with artificial.
Yeah, so they could
parts.
make the Borg into computer. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the one thing. Lorf taught the Borg how to go full Nazi.
Lorf?
Lore.
Lorf.
Did I say Lorf? the
Yeah.
Blorf. Lord.
Yeah,
Lore.
Lore was trying to build the
Go
master
Lorf and
race
Core.
out
Of
of
machine
Borgs.
people. Yeah. And,
The
I mean,
Klingon warrior droid.
I mean, they
named
even...
Lorf.
When we saw their flags, they were even, like, red and white with big black logos. It was
Yeah.
not subtle.
Yeah, more
But-
like hit lore.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right, so, Descent. Okay,
Scant.
before we get to, like, the important part.
What
The
would
poker game.
With Hawking, Einstein, and Newton?
I thought that
Why?
was nice that they got Hawking on.
It
the
was
show.
No, that was
very
great.
nice.
I don't have a problem. That was cute. I don't have a
have
problem with the
anecdotes
scene
about
itself. The problem I have is, like, you cannot tell me that in the city of Los Angeles, they could not have found an actor who looked enough like Albert Einstein.
He barely had any lines.
They had to find some dude and slather him in infamous TNG old age makeup.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? It was so distracting. You couldn't have gotten that guy from that movie Matthew Broderick was in, where he was like Einstein's
Oh.
nephew or whatever.
How could anything have
Well,
been
that
more
was,
distracting than just the premise of that scene?
They probably could have got Samuel Clemens back to do
Seriously, he looked more like Einstein.
Yeah, he
than
would have
this
made
guy.
a pretty good.
No, he would have
Einstein.
overacted the hell out of it.
it. Yeah.
Well,
His
Not
accent
even
would have been even
southern
more-
accent.
we didn't say he was a good actor. We just said he looked like Einstein and probably
A
could have
equals
done it.
MC squared.
I mean, yeah, no, cute scene. It seemed.
That was Walter Matthau.
What?
Yeah. and
Holy
who
shit.
played Albert Einstein.
Was it really?
In IQ, yes.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you
no,
meant
in
in
this
this episode. I
episode.
was
No,
like,
the
no,
movie
no.
I was.
I bet
the
that was
very
not Walter Matthau.
the deeply obscure movie
Why
I
would
was
they
referencing.
put so
Yeah.
much makeup
I was
on
like,
him?
I was like, I know that's a famous actor, but it's a name I can't remember. It's Walter Matthau.
I was amazed anyone knew what the hell I was talking
They
about.
should have
Thank
got the
you,
guy from Young Einstein to play a young Einstein.
You mean Yahoo Serious?
yeah, exactly.
That is the best name. I haven't seen Young Einstein in a long time, but I'd like to rewatch Young Einstein.
Oh.
All I can remember about Young Einstein is the scene where he's rescuing kittens from being baked into pies.
Yes. Yeah.
What the hell kind of movie
Such a
is
weird
this?
movie.
The whole
It's a really
premise.
weird movie.
We'll get to Starker in a second. The whole premise of the film is: what if Einstein was from Australia instead of Austria?
Yes.
That's the whole thing.
And
No.
he uses his knowledge to make sure that beer gets bubbles in it.
And also play the electric violin.
Yes.
So it's a horror show, is what you're saying.
It is absolutely a horror
It is,
show.
it is from the Australia craze of the late 80s.
Yeah, this is
Like in that
Was Paul
Simpsons
Hogan in
episode.
it?
No,
Oh, yeah.
but his,
Well, no, but he was part of the craze.
Yeah, he's certainly.
I thought you meant he was in Young. I got really
No, no,
excited.
no.
Don't play
Sorry.
with my heart.
I
Like
thought you
this.
meant was he in the craze?
No, I know. Bitch, please. Crocodile Dundee was absolutely in the craze. I just was hoping he was in the.
He
Anyways,
was the craze.
Sorry, I've really derailed us in record time. I apologize.
but I don't want to talk about Star Trek now. I want to talk about Young Einstein.
Tell you what, we'll do a 10 forward on Young
forward,
Einstein.
Yeah. All right.
Yikes.
Ames is like, I will
what
be
were we
conveniently
talking
sick
about?
that day.
Descent.
Descent.
And Einstein. And
Oh, yeah,
Einstein.
Oh, yes,
Einstein.
the poker game. And that was a terrible Einstein.
Yeah.
Great Stephen Hawking, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yikes.
So wait, so this was okay. So hold on a second. I got a problem. These were all holodeck creations, including Newton.
Yep.
And yet,
Who was a twat?
who was a twat,
Which was kind of funny.
who Data programmed, presumably,
To be a twat.
to be a twat, but also programmed him with the Apple story, which Data knows to be apocryphal. Why would he put that in?
Well, the thing is, I don't think he programmed them. They just existed in
Oh, there's
the
like
holodeck
there's
already.
a program for like generate a historical figure.
Yeah, like if anything, the only thing he probably had to tweak was teaching it poker.
They had poker back then.
Newton invented poker.
Mm-hmm. Physics, poker.
Isn't there this might also be apocryphal, the story about where Newton was like a virgin when he died?
I mean, he
What
was a
about after?
mathematician, so...
Yeah.
And he was
I
a
thought he was
twat.
actually gay.
That may be
I feel
part
like
of the
I
reason.
heard recently he was gay,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Actually, Newton's fourth law:
is don't.
poker in the front, liquor in the rear. Wait, I had that backwards.
I thought you were gonna make
Newton
a.
eats ass.
Never mind, that's the title!
I thought it was
No.
Edison that ate ass.
No, Edison was just an asshole.
Edison claimed he ate ass, but he was just
It
stealing.
was
He
actually
got it from
Tesla.
So,
Christ.
Star Trek.
What the fuck is even happening?
So,
So Stephen Hawking got to guest
Yes.
star on Star Trek.
and that was great.
He's the only actual human being who played themselves on Star Trek.
And he got a joke off. It was great.
He got he got a couple of jokes off.
He's
I
a
love
funny
that.
guy.
He is a
Apparently,
funny guy.
I think I read that he wrote or like helped write one of the jokes or
Oh,
like
nice.
fixed one of them that didn't like quite work mathematically.
That's great.
Which is
This
quite
is
versatile.
shit.
And he also
Let me rewrite your joke.
he
I'm
also
going to
asked
punch this up.
he also asked to cash in his poker winnings. Got to sit in the captain's chair, and when they walk by the warp core, he points at it and says, "I'm working on one of those."
Nice.
So he just sounds like he was a delight to have on the set.
That's great. So then the
The
episode happens.
scene itself seemed forced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
It
but
was
it's
really just an
sorry.
excuse to get hot.
Yeah, which, you know what, that's fine. So yeah, this is an episode that, again, I feel like this is probably one encounters a lot with two-parters. Not just
yeah.
in Star Trek, but just in general, where...
You know how you want the cliffhanger, and you don't even necessarily know what part 2 is going to be until next season.
But
most of
getting
the time.
there is a bit of a wonder.
Yeah, this first part, they spend a lot of time just fucking around, having data. Like, I want to figure out how to emotions again.
Yeah.
Like,
Let me mow down all these boards.
Yeah,
Let
like-
me watch lots of pornography.
Jordy walks in, and I was like, am I interrupting something?
Yes.
Data, what
Yes,
the
you are.
fuck are you doing?
Yes, you are. Let me repeat the scene you just watched at a slightly faster clip.
Yeah.
I do like that the holodeck requires like some kind of safety override to increase the fucking power of the characters and all
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
Seems like a good idea.
Yes. A rare good idea from Starfleet Systems Designs.
And also a good idea that Geordi says, "No, Data.
Yeah.
No."
But it was a good little discussion, you know? He's like, it's my life, I can risk it. And it's like, well, yeah, but wait, what? But then they get interrupted.
But technically, you're Starfleet property, so
No, we had to trial, he is not.
I know.
There was one thing that was a little weird just looking at my notes. When they first beamed down to
Oh, no.
Oniaka 3, you know, they're looking around, it's like, one of the weapon signatures, it's Ferengi, and Riker's like, brutal even for the Ferengi. It's like, I'm sorry, is it season 1 again where we're pretending the Ferengi are a threat?
Yeah, we know the Ferengi are a joke at this point.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is this? Who wrote that line?
A Ferengi.
Someone who hasn't seen the rest of the series.
Those big,
Or-
tough Ferengi, am I
Like,
right?
Romulans.
Fuck up, Ferengi.
Like, fucking Nausicaans. Fucking
Cardassians.
anyone. But the Ferengi.
Fucking Cardis.
At this point, DS9 has started, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are really on our way into understanding that the Ferengi are not going to be that thing.
Yeah,
They
no,
run a hell of a bar.
They do.
Yeah.
I
I'd drink
I
in Quarks. I'd sit next to Warren.
Oh, sure. He's great. Thank him to shut up, though.
Yeah, boy.
I don't know who those people are. I know who Quark is, but I don't know the other one.
Yeah. You will get to know Warren.
I can't
the
wait.
best.
Very, very well.
I'm very excited.
Intimately.
No,
Nice.
thank you. No unlocks. At least not on the first date.
What else? So it sounds as though, because I have a note here about angry Data.
Oh.
Yes.
I love angry
Mine was
Data.
angry Data is scary as fuck. Aim's reaction seems to be slightly different.
Yes.
I don't find him scary. I find because like it seems very. I mean, you seem very turned on, whereas
I'm very turned on
I get
by
the feeling
Angry
of like
Data.
that's very Midwestern mother of him. Like, stop it, stop it,
The
stop
thing-
it.
I'm watching that scene, and that's what I think I literally did earlier that week in my car when I was trying to reach for something that had fallen under the seat. I'm like, God damn, stop it! Stop being under the seat! Stop battling with the seatbelt, Dad! Stop it! But yes, Data all over this episode was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Even Lore in technically next episode, but we see him a little bit here. Lore is always fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, clearly Spiner loves getting to cut loose as him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is. You do love to hate him. I do really want to be the one to like wipe that smug grin off of his face. I really hate that smug grin.
Yeah.
So Lore, obviously, he has the emotion chip that he stole from
Dr. Soong.
Dr. Soong.
The chip that was meant for Data.
Meant for Data.
Ugh.
But he doesn't seem all that different. He seems about the same as he ever did.
Well, it's because it wasn't made for him, right? So maybe it doesn't
He
really
already,
work with him
he
so
already
well.
had emotions.
That's the thing, right? Like, he already had emotions,
Well,
more or less.
being fair, last time we saw him, he was just kind of a crazy dick.
Yeah.
Now he's straight up, I want to take over the galaxy?
Kill
That
all
is a
humans.
step up
Yeah,
of crazy.
but his demeanor and his attitude and the
Oh,
way
sure.
he talks to people.
But his goals have severely altered.
Didn't I say a couple weeks ago that Data's new prerogative was to kill all humans?
I think you did.
Yeah, it was when he freed the exocomps.
Yeah. Oh, the
He's like,
exocomps.
fuck humans anyway. Lore, let's do away with them.
Yeah. Good old Lore.
Kind of upsets me that Data was so easily led.
Well,
Because he
that's-
turns him into a fucking
'cause they
emotion addict.
Well, that's the thing. They were, like, fucking with his programming. They turned
But,
off
like-
his
Ethics.
Ethical
ethics,
program.
and they only pumped him full of, like, rage.
But again,
Well, I know,
this
but-
is just the next exhibit in the trial of Data's eventual genocide. When they're like, "Why didn't anybody warn us?" The dude is not fucking fit to be in a position.
he's
that
he's too
in.
easily hacked.
Yeah,
I
he's
know.
hacked all
You
the
can't-
time.
all the fucking time.
He has so much power on the ship that if he does malfunction, you're fucking screwed.
Yep.
He can steal a shuttle because you can always steal a shuttle.
I mean,
Yeah.
being fair, that fucking teenager stole a shuttle that one time.
little Jake.
My note in there, again, lock the fucking shuttle bay.
But even if it was locked,
Right, Data has...
Data could just mimic Picard's voice and open it.
Or,
Yeah.
tear it off its, not hinges, slidey bits.
Like, that's the thing. Like, Data is a huge
Slidey
liability.
bits.
Yeah. By no fault of his
talking
own.
about him.
No,
No.
it's just a big.
But it's true.
and like, he almost got everybody killed multiple
Again.
times.
Mm-hmm.
Although, being fair,
Picard's plan was stupid.
oh my god. I have an idea. Let's beam down most of this ship's complex. What?
Including and especially the children.
Like, again.
Let's go into this scary castle and not call any of the hundreds of people that are
Like, I don't know what a skeleton crew is on that ship, but I'm going to assume that means Picard beamed down at least 800 people, if not more. That is the most inefficient search system ever.
But really, once they saw the scary castle, they should have been like, "Hey, we found the scary castle.
Yeah!
Everyone converge on the scary castle, and then we'll go in, guns blazing, and rescue Data.
Yeah,
But no, this goes in with a blind man, a woman,
Jesus, what an idiot.
in some rando.
and a red shirt. And what do you think's going to happen?
Well, yeah, but we don't care if the red shirt dies. We don't even know them.
And he was the only one with a proper gun.
Yeah.
He had the rifle. Everybody else had a little rinky-dink hand phaser.
Yeah, but he handles that rifle like has no idea what he's doing.
It's just
because he's like an engineer.
That's the problem with not having distinct colors for security and engineering. Like, it's like so.
You take this gun, but okay.
I mean,
I'm Reg actually.
Operations is like such
no.
a broad thing. Like, he could have been one of the janitors.
I literally was plunging Worf's toilet this morning.
I'm so sorry.
He has 2 poop chutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's because he's got 2
Plunge that
rectums.
thing every morning.
We really need to get him a better toilet.
Beam it into space.
And
Yeah,
then
no,
nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Like, I legit, did anyone go at any point,
Excuse me.
yeah. Like, I get they just basically want an excuse for Bev to be in charge, which is fine.
And she was good at it.
Yeah, she was. But all you have to do is say all the senior officers went down, which is still stupid, but is Star Trek tradition at this point.
Kirk's done that many times.
Yeah, you could have just said, all right, everybody but Bev and, 50 other people. Mm-hmm. Not, we're leaving a skeleton crew on this gargantuan starship with families.
Oh, I do have to say, Bev in command, way more capable than Troy
Troy
in command.
Her plan to hide in the sun?
Yep. Good plan.
A dead bug in command would do better than fucking Troy.
I still think Bev got kind of lucky that their metaphasic shielding
actually worked.
But it
actually
and
worked
plus
before.
she had an ace in the
On a
hole too, though, because
shuttle.
Tate knew her shit as well.
I'm just surprised that because it seemed to me like they had to do a lot of modifications to get it to work on the shuttle.
Mm.
But they were like, all right, 20 seconds.
Well, they
All
said
right,
Gordy
we
had been working on it.
Yeah.
in the
is
interim.
that? I missed that.
He and Leah Brahms have been putting in overtime.
Can I badmouth
A lot of
Tate
hard
for a
hours
while?
there.
No, she's
Can I-
awesome.
Her fucking arc was, I'm nervous and way out of my comfort zone to I helped.
It's not her fault.
Thanks,
Who?
Tate.
Oh, Tate?
My only problem with Tate was she was a bit stiff. Her acting was a little stiff.
You talking to me?
I just found her nice Tate. It's back.
Yep.
Shit, never
I just
did
found
that.
her general character arc so tired.
It was a little obvious.
It was like...
Especially with, hard-ass tactical guy giving her shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah,
the hard ass.
Oh, what was the casting call for him? We need the guy that played every bully in the 80s movies.
No, they've cast him before. He played Joe Brill in Suspicions,
Of course he did.
which is the one where Bev went into the sun.
And Johnny.
Oh, the alien that...
The alien with the awesome makeup.
So
shit.
So he knows all about the metaphasic.
He does.
Yeah, that's actually kind of perfect.
That's kind of great.
He just has that face, that really obvious bad guy face.
I like that, but yeah, you know why? Because he kind of looks like a proto Willem Dafoe.
They put a
slightly
lot
prettier.
of blush on him though to give him that chiseled cheekbone look.
True.
contouring.
But to your point, Justice. Jesus.
Tate?
Sorry, I'm
Tatelin.
I can't remember anyone's name.
Joe Brill.
Yeah, she got kind of lucky in all ways. But yeah, and that's classic Starfleet captain.
That's true.
Here's a crazy idea. Let's hope it works. Oh, it did. So really, she really is just she's ready.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I guess.
Scotty, send us back in time.
Yeah.
She should be ready for command.
Yeah.
But yeah, compared to Troy and Disaster,
Yeah.
what do I do? Oh, I'm getting conflicting information. I guess I should just do nothing.
Yeah, no. Bev is just like, nope. I'm in charge. Jean-Luc, your orders are dumb.
Jean-Luc Pickard.
I'm stuck with this shitty science commander who can't do anything, and Mr. Cheekbones over here.
Mr.
Well, no, she knew
Cheekbones.
the thing. She knew how to make the sun poop.
Yeah, she knew how to
Make
make the
the
sun
sun
explode.
poop.
She knew that. She saved the ship in that sense.
Yeah.
Killed a shitload of Borgs.
So many.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
that will never have a chance to,
The individual?
Yeah,
And now
'cause
they're- yeah, I was
war
gonna say-
ruined their everything.
And now they're actually individuals, so it is more like... you know,
Yeah.
Very
let's
much a
murder.
genocide,
That's so interesting. The whole the Hugh thing seems to have worked, even if a little bit, in mucking up the Borg's
Well, it
programming.
was probably
Oh,
like
absolutely.
it was probably like the Borg
Like a domino effect kind of a
I'm
thing?
guessing, it started affecting a ship, and then the collective was like a cancer, and they were just like, all right, shut it off.
I mean, just thinking of the Borg like doing battle with itself because some of them like gain this individuality, and they realize, fuck, we can't agree on anything because we're not in the same high might anymore. I might as well just beat the shit out of you.
Well, you know what it was? The real problem was it was kind of okay for a while. But then here's what ruined everything.
Is this a bullshit thing coming right
yes.
now? Okay,
They were
I
like,
just wanted to make
this
sure.
podcast?
They were sitting there, and they were like, all right, we're kind of managing it. We are so hungry. Let's order a pizza. What should be on it?
No!
That was the end.
You know, all they wanted to do was assimilate, but they just couldn't assimilate themselves.
They couldn't assimilate love.
And we learned an important lesson that day.
The real friends were the people we assimilated on the way.
You know what's terribly, terribly sad? So Hugh asks how Geordi's
Yeah.
doing. He never sees him.
I was really upset by that too. I was like,
What
why
the
did you
fuck,
bother to fucking
guys?
set this up to not follow through on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, tell myself that in a scene we didn't see, they got to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
so
oh,
that's
Hutch is still alive. He's off, playing water polo
Yeah.
somewhere.
Hutch went off to the farm.
He's chasing
He's
bunnies.
playing with all the other Hutches.
Poor Hutch.
Yeah, but oh man, and that fucking okay. So Data, he steals the ship. He leaves the ship.
Yeah, with
then-
Croesus,
and then,
his new
like,
friend. Who's honestly, so he's Croesus. I'll say better therapist than Troy.
I mean,
And
I'm a
the
better
bar
therapist
is
than Troy.
so low.
I
But
mean,
go on,
Croesus also had a switch to turn on Data's emotions, so
Yeah.
that helped. But so he does. This fucking shit he's doing to Geordi, like. I don't see how that, like, they sort of allude to it in the final scene, but Geordi's A-okay with it because...
Okay, he's fine.
Oh, yeah, you were under Laura's influence, so it's cool that you tried to lobotomize me.
Let me keep this emotion chip that would have driven you crazy.
But
Yeah.
not that, like, again, just feeling anger and hate shouldn't make you suddenly totally cool with, like, killing
Well, it
your
wasn't
friends.
just that, though. It was because they even said that Laura had turned off his ethics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he,
yeah, I know,
he
but
didn't know it was wrong.
If that really mattered, though, him having this moral epiphany at the end wouldn't have happened if... Because
well,
they
it
don't...
turned her back on.
Oh, okay.
That
never
was
mind.
the thing
Sorry,
that-
I didn't
that-
realize
that
that they had
thing
actually
that,
succeeded in this.
Yeah, when he had the little
okay.
thing and he touched it to the force field, it triggered Data's
okay.
ethics program to
Nothing
reboot.
will trigger Geordi's ethics program.
No, he's just making more copies of Leah Brahms.
Masturbating furiously.
To the diaries of somebody he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He really is just the biggest
And
fucking
assumed
creep.
was dead.
Yeah.
He keeps making dogs on the holodeck and shooting them. It's really weird.
Jesus Christ.
Kids not masturbating to Old Yeller.
Oh God!
And there's the title.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Speaking of the title.
Also,
So-
we have to talk about Laura's costume.
Oh
my god, it
band.
was so bad. Why was he wearing? It was like
I
It
think he
looked
was
like
trying
it
to.
was made out of styrofoam.
I think he was maybe trying to have more like Borg.
That's what-
like.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
what I
Chris
said,
said.
yeah.
But it looked like he was wearing either like an 80s workout uniform that was made of like paper towels instead of like spandex, or he reminded me of like you know what Vegeta wears in Dragon Ball Z, that sort of like white triangle blue leggings. It was like that thing but all black.
It reminded me
Still
of,
made of paper towels.
It reminded me of the Hans and Franz from SNL.
Nice.
The, like fake muscles.
We're going to pump you up.
Pump you up.
With
Why, what is- you
emotions,
called it a
Data.
A big bad Beetleborgs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Oh,
yeah, it's
man.
not one of the best outfits we've seen.
It is a really... Yeah, I looked at Big Bad Beetleborgs, too. If it was just totally plain, those would be about right.
Yep.
Let me see. Oh, yep.
One of the many Power Rangers knockoffs.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I wrote down, you look like you're just wearing Power Ranger costume.
Mm.
That's perfect.
Oh,
Anyway, I wanted to talk about the title a little bit.
yes.
So the title is Descent.
Mhm.
It's kind of vague,
Yeah.
but there was actually a reason for it originally.
Okay.
In that the Enterprise was meant to crash land on a planet.
Ah.
Probably, I assume on the planet where Data and Lore go, which I don't know if we ever get the name of. If we did, I didn't write it down. Nope, I didn't write it down.
Oh, fuck. I can't remember the name of the town from Power Rangers. Angel
God damn
High
it.
or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so it was
Angel
meant
Dust?
to, it was meant to crash
PCP?
land, and I think they were going to like have a separation of some kind, whether it be a saucer separation or just like some other like breakage of things. And McFadden and Sirtis would have been broken away from the others because they still hadn't signed on for season 7, so they didn't know if they'd be coming back.
Oh.
Angel Grove. That would also explain, like, that would be a better reason for, like, why most of the crew is on the planet. Because they got no choice.
That would be true.
And then you can still have Bev in charge of, like, the battle bridge or whatever. You could still have that whole plot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this would have made a lot more sense than Picard just going, let's beam down 800 people for a search party.
How many people do you lose when you have that large of a search party? Like, do you get back Data but lose, like, the entire 10th deck?
Now we need a search party for these fucks. Come on down again, everybody.
God damn it.
We have to find the Dufresnes.
I don't get it.
Classic.
It's a
Mitch Hedberg quote.
Sure.
He's fucking hysterical, but I don't know. Well, I don't know if you would like him.
I've
I think
heard
he
him
would.
before.
He's good.
Do you think so?
I think so. He's
Okay.
funny.
So yes, that title does make a lot more sense in retrospect.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what's another weird thing about this episode? So, okay, the Borgs beam onto the Enterprise.
Yeah.
They shoot a dude that's standing up by the door to the
Bathroom.
conference room.
Oh.
Well, and
That's
then
roughly.
immediately after that guy goes down and the Borg situation has been resolved, another yellow shirt dude walks out of the bathroom with his phaser drawn. So apparently there was a dude taking a poop
Yep.
during the battle,
Yep.
and the Borg's being on board, shot his friend, and then like he's like, fuck, he like quickly wipes, does the 3 shells, does whatever, goes out,
Does the 3 shells?
and like is like, did I miss the battle? Like, oh shit, there's dead Borgs, and Joe's dead too. Fuck.
Joe's dead too.
My rationality is he saw there was going to be a fight and had to go vomit in terror in the bathroom.
Yeah, that works.
Also, I have for the most part, Brett Spiner does a good job,
Always.
like
all the time.
playing opposite himself.
Yeah.
But
Much better than Riker did.
I absolutely loathe Laura's final lines. Like
I love
brother, I love you.
No, I loved it. I don't know why I loved it. Like Jake can attest. Like he says, "I love you," and I went.
She did that.
I did a chest clutch.
You've drunk the Kool-Aid.
I
It was
absolutely
terrible.
think it would have been better if he'd said, "I hate you."
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That would have been so much better.
That would elicit the same response.
Yeah.
Yeah, no contest.
Just
That would have
because
been
he's
great.
always so great.
I think it was interesting. This first time, I think, where they've had an android deactivated and their pupils completely
Yes.
go away.
I
like
made Jake
that.
go back and rewatch
That
it
was
because
a
he
neat
didn't
effect.
notice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
they
so
like
creepy.
his pupils get smaller, and then he's just got yellow discs.
That's how
That
you know
was
he's
super cool.
really turned off.
Yeah, no, they have like ultra turned him off this time.
Unless he's been Data all along and they switched again.
Now,
And now we're stuck with Lore forever.
Now, for future reference, I want everyone here to remember what the emotion chip looks like.
Yes.
The Alamo.
It's a little tiny metal disc.
It's got
It
a
looks
little,
like a contact lens.
got a little like triangle
You
chipped
need
out
to
of
hold
it.
like,
it. It's so
broken.
small, you need to hold it with tweezers, or else
It's
you.
gonna be like this big when we see it next.
Oh, those are tweezers. I thought the tweezers were the emotion.
I thought that was like wires coming off of
Yeah.
the chip. Yeah.
No, those are just tweezers. The chip itself, and this is consistent with how it appeared in
that
Brothers,
previous, yeah.
is like a little disc, maybe 5 or 6 millimeters in diameter, with like a little Pac-Man mouth on
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I actually have a
whatever
justification.
whatever it is in the future, it's got to be better than what was designed by Often Wrong.
That's true.
Ah! But no, I think I have a... They do say it was damaged.
What a
So you
fucking
think
So-
maybe there were some repairs
absolutely
involved?
But because
terrible
they-
fucking nickname.
Because they weren't Soong, they couldn't... It's kind of like when 1955 Doc had to, like, make a microchip with
Oh,
50
the
stuff.
like the vacuum
So
tube.
yeah,
and
it's
shit.
just, I think it's kind of like that. It's like someone who isn't soon can't
You
make
talking
it that
Back to
teensy.
the Future?
Part 3, yeah.
Part 3, yes.
I love that one.
That was a good one.
Oh,
They're all
dude,
good.
we really are the same.
It's better.
People
It's
usually
better.
don't
It's
like
better
3.
than the second, but not as good as the.
I
the
agree.
first.
I don't like the second one really at all, and it's everybody's fucking
No,
favorite.
it's nobody's favorite.
It's a lot of people's favorite.
Whose favorite movie is of the Back to the Futures is 2?
I like to. It's also been a while
Is it
since
not
I've
your
watched all
favorite?
3 of them.
I
don't-
love the whole
I don't-
trilogy, so...
I don't dislike 2.
The only good stuff from Back to the
But
Future
I've-
is the animated series starring Jules and Vern.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Yum.
Star Trek, nothing but Star
Before
Trek.
Lore does die, and he's telling all the Borgs, like, I'm so one of you, I'm ready to make the greatest sacrifice. Killing somebody who's not me.
That is very lore.
That is truly the greatest sacrifice.
Yeah.
Some other guy.
Lore's great.
Now, at the end of the episode, after Lore is dead, Data just strolls in to the main room,
Yep.
and everyone's like, "Oh, hey, Data,
Yep.
feeling better? Great."
Yep, you're totally not Lore in disguise
Like,
again.
I'm like, okay. All they know is Data chased Lore off, and that's the last they saw of either of them. And then one android comes back in Data's uniform.
Says, I killed the other one, you should disassemble it.
Yeah, take
Well,
him apart.
surely Lore wouldn't steal his uniform again. He's already done that ruse.
Well, I mean, so going back to my original theory that Lore switched with Data in
How many
Data Lore,
times now?
but then they switched back in Brothers.
Mm.
So
Now
now
it's Lore
they've
again.
switched back yet again, and it's now Lore.
I just think it would have been funny if, Data just strolls out all casual, like, hi guys, and then Hugh just fucking tackles him, like,
Yeah,
runs in from
Hugh.
Oscar. Ah!
Come here, you dick!
Hugh was a little bitch this episode.
You hurt Gordo!
I think Hugh was rightfully a
Yeah, no, I
Here's
think
the
all of
thing.
his anger was justified.
When Hugh says, like, you guys fucking destroyed my life and these other Borg lives by giving us individuality, which we wouldn't have had if we hadn't met you. You're the one who asked to be sent back, dude. You're the one who said, I can't stay with you because bad things will happen. You should send me back.
Although I do feel a little vindicated that everybody, like Nechayev and Hugh, are both kind of on my side here. That Picard made the wrong choice.
Oh, yeah, no, he totally did.
No, he didn't.
Totally did.
As adorable as Hugh is as Gordy's pet. Gordy. Jesus Christ. Now everyone's saying it.
Wasn't that Gordy was like a pig movie that came out around the same time as Babe?
It was, yes.
And no one saw it.
So we'd already all seen
I saw
Babe.
it. Well, no, it came out first, and I saw
Did
it,
it?
and then Babe.
Ah, so
Gordy
it's,
have
it's the
hair?
deep impact of the talking pig genre.
It is.
I forget where I was going with this line now that we've talked about pigs.
You said Hugh was cute when he was Geordie's pet.
Oh, yeah. But
We're talking about General Nechayev
you should
or
still
whatever.
destroy all Borg.
Oh, no, so here's the thing, right? I'm starting to get a sneaking suspicion. Because you always see these admirals and all the other people like, I'm starting to think the world of Star Trek isn't actually as kind and forward-thinking and optimistic as we all think it is.
Dude, the winners write history, of course.
We just happen to follow the only people that actually do that.
No.
Because the admirals all storm in and they're just like, whatever needs to be done.
I mean, far be it from me to agree with Nechayev, because I think she's she gets shit done, okay? She's abrasive, she's kind of a bitch, but she gets the job done. And,
Getting shit done rarely involves morals.
well, sure. Well, I'm going to tell you.
Good,
they
fast,
shoulda-
or cheap.
She is absolutely right. Picard had an opportunity to get rid of the fucking Borg, and he damn well should have done it from day one.
Nope, genocide. It's
Well,
awful.
but at least now they're totally useless, and...
Well, only this one
Yeah,
handful.
there's still a ton of other Borg.
Oh, it's
out
not
there.
everybody?
No.
No. There's
That's
still
too
plenty
bad.
of-
Let's keep,
Borg.
let's keep, you would be a great anti-vaxxer. Let's keep the measles around because vaccines will kill them all. Those poor viri. Is that the plural of virus? don't
I think
know.
it's viruses.
Whatever.
Virai.
There's no...
Virile.
Viropathies?
There's no
Nice.
such thing as de-virusing a virus.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
theoretically
you
Borg.
can only make
You
it
cannot,
stronger.
you cannot
Yeah,
really
but it will kill you first. It will probably kill you.
I'm just saying. We
Picard
already
was
had
only-
this discussion
Picard was only
when
a little
Hugh
more
first showed up. We don't need to retread it.
fair.
Speaking of Hugh, I was just looking into Hugh just because he's cool.
Yeah.
Justice, what
Justice,
the fuck?
stop breaking the placemat. That's Jake's job.
Oh no! It's spreading. God damn it, Jake!
I thought you fixed the placemat earlier.
This is the other side. Oh no, this is one where I can. I pulled it out this way.
God damn it.
It's over.
Anyway,
if
so-
you can't repair it,
Stop
just
it.
put it in the pile
Stop
with the
it!
rest.
Stop it! Stop it!
That game's got a huge boner, and she just choked Jake.
So anyway, I was looking into Hugh some more because he's fun.
Yep.
And looking into because in Borg, when he gets his name, it's a pun on saying you, but it sounds like Hugh. But when the episode was translated into other languages, a lot of other languages tried to keep the pun, and they just renamed him other things that were like you in their language, except for Japanese, where it didn't work at all, and they just renamed him Blue.
Blue.
Fair enough.
Dabba dee dabba da.
I'm blue.
Is Hugh actually played by the same actor?
Yes.
Yeah, in both ones, yeah.
Yeah, sure looked like him.
It sounded like him. That was.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's been a while
Blue.
What?
Yeah, like I really
I
like
remember.
this. These episodes have been a lot better.
It was a lot more recent for us, so. Sorry.
If
Chris.
like I don't know, I don't know what the cliffhanger could have been, but if we had gotten to lore sooner and could have spent
Maybe if the cliffhanger was the crash,
the crash,
happening,
but like more time with lore and data and all that, and more time with the like not evil Borg led by Hugh.
yeah,
There wasn't enough time with
you
them.
see this little Borg resistance.
Yeah,
unit for all
that's
of
way
two
more
scenes.
interesting than anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
it's-
true.
Even if you're not doing the crash, if it's Beverly's deciding she's just about to drive into the sun,
Yeah.
everybody's separated.
Yeah.
There's
There's your
shows
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Is this shielding going to work? We'll find out. To be continued.
yeah.
We know it will because
And-
we've seen it in
Well,
Suspicion.
yeah,
so
but still, like,
that's not a good cliffhanger.
Well, I mean,
Crash into
it's
the fucking
better
planet.
than
It's better than what we
waiting
got.
on-
What if
waiting
the
until
cut was them flying into the sun or toward the sun, away from the ship, and it's like we can't outrun them. Our warp engines are down, and then that's the cut, and then
Oh, there
the
we go.
opening of the next episode is them getting to the
Into the
sun, and
metaphasic
that's
scene.
when they do the metaphasic, and it's like, oh right, the metaphasic
or even
shield.
they're in the corona, but it's like they're just sitting there. What do we do? I don't know.
Yeah, that's that.
Either way,
we're
like,
cornered. We can't get out of here. They can't come in, but we can't do anything. We need to save our friends.
yeah, like either which way. If they just got into lore sooner, the first half would have been better, and the second half wouldn't have been so fucking rushed.
Yeah. Whether or not this is a perfect solution, it's better than what we got.
Yeah, no.
Basically, it's the reveal that it's lore that isn't a great cliffhanger.
Yes.
Star Trek wound up really addicted to these like season cliffhanger things, but they're actually mostly bad at it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate them.
yeah,
I
like,
think they're
one
really
that
not
was good,
worthwhile.
and then they tried.
Well,
to
not
do
even
it
that. Like
again.
Best of Both Worlds was an amazing cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But then the resolution was shit. Like of all the ones we've had,
Time Zero is just garbage all around.
the first part's fine.
Good fucking
But like
God.
what was the Klingon one?
Oh.
This with the Civil War.
Redemption.
Redemption 1 and 2 is like I think the closest to like both halves being
Yeah, relatively on par.
yeah.
No,
Relatively on par.
Closest. Not
This is pon far enough.
like not saying it was, but like it's the one where like I think they felt the closest to both being good.
Wait, which one's Redemption?
The Klingon Civil War.
Oh, with Lursa and Bator?
Yeah.
Okay.
and Sela.
And Sela.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I think that's the closest they've come. Whereas like every other one, there's been usually the second half is
Yeah, this
Something
one's
wrong.
this one's kind of flipped because the first one is stretched out.
Mhm.
They spend probably half the episode wandering around in fields on this planet.
in Southern
Yeah.
California.
And Data just testing out what emotions, how to get back
Yeah.
to emotions.
Watching porn, listening to poetry,
I like-
beating up Borg.
I do like what?
Stop it,
What did
stop
he
it,
possibly?
Stop it.
What
I
could
like
he have
that
watched?
one of the ships, or was it the ship that Nechayev was on? Was that the Gorkon?
Oh yeah, I like that
Oh,
little
yeah.
nod. The
That's
one of the
Gorkon,
ones
the
that they
Crazy
mentioned.
Horse, all named after various leaders.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
Gorkon
we
getting a
never
bit of a
saw
shout-out.
this little task force.
No, we didn't. That was disappointing.
I thought that they would. I thought they'd be hanging out.
Yeah, just see at least one of them bopping around space.
Yeah, you'd think in 2 episodes you could fill it with good stuff instead of stretching out other needless.
Yeah, no, and it's because
You've got
they
time. You've got almost 2 hours.
they wanted lore to be the reveal, and that fucked everything up.
Yeah.
It's lore.
Data lore.
All right.
Someday.
Well,
All right, well, I think that's...
Yeah, it's sufficient.
let's do a...
Sure, there's
let's
something
let's-
else.
Oh.
Oh, Data pulled an Armis and pulled off Jordy's visor.
Yeah, he did.
That was fun.
Yeah, he pulled off Jordy, too.
No, that was Hugh.
That was when they were having makeup times.
All right, so should we do our end of the season chit-chat?
Yeah, so...
Chitty chitty chat.
Season 6. Season 6
Was a fucking roller coaster.
was so underwhelming.
I don't know.
I think it's
I
a
don't
really
know
good
that.
episode.
There's a
Oh,
lot
no,
of really good
there's
episodes.
some good episodes in there, but overall, I spent more time than not going, that was okay. That was okay.
Yeah, I guess
That was
that's fair.
okay. Like, don't, just to clarify, like, it's still a good season. But still, like, it's probably still, for me for now, the third worst. Like, the gap between seasons 1 and 2 and season 6 is a fucking cavern. Like, it's still closer in quality to 3, 4, and 5. But of 3, 4, and 5, it's definitely the worst.
If I agree.
I think it's on par with 3.
Mm.
3 is
Yeah,
where it starts to
three-
get good.
3 is where it starts to get good, but it's overrated because it's starting to get good and you've been dealing with 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I agree
maybe.
with that.
Maybe.
I would
'cause the
have to
thing
like
is-
literally rewatch all of seasons 3 through 5 to decide where I think this falls.
Yeah,
but I
and
thought
that's-
it was like
Thing is, that's
okay.
something I'd be willing to do. Whereas I will never, ever watch seasons 1 and 2 in their entirety ever again.
Yeah, no.
There's certain individual episodes I might watch, but
Code of Honor. You love that one.
It's his favorite.
like I will never ever watch seasons 1 through 2 in there. Like even if someday I'm like I'm gonna watch TNG again. That'll be a lie. I'm gonna cherry pick the decent ones from 1 and 2, and then watch 3 through 7.
Yeah.
You know, 6 I
Including
found.
Night Terrors.
Which one was that again?
That's
Jesus.
the one. I'm
Oh,
trying to
Jesus,
find
that's
you.
stupid. Poor Marina Sirtis dangled from a rope for no reason.
Yeah. See, I look at season 6, and I was wondering to myself last night as I was looking at my tops and bottoms.
So I said to myself,
So I said to myself, what were the episodes from this season again? Were there any good ones? And I look at all the lists, I'm like, oh yeah, there were a lot of good ones actually, because I start putting them in my good, meh, and shit piles, and my good pile was 9 episodes tall, and my bad pile was 9 episodes tall.
I mean, you gotta keep in mind, too, that, and maybe I'm the outlier here, but, like, I am someone who was really disappointed by Chain of Command.
Yeah.
Like, aside from the scenes with Picard and
David
Madred,
Warner. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Same difference.
the scene, like, part 1 was pointless.
Yeah.
And useless and dumb.
Hmm.
And the shit that wasn't Warner and Stewart in part 2, I could have done without. It was a really unnecessary 2-parter. It was, again, aside from those scenes, which were fucking amazing, and to be perfectly frank, the only
Perfectly
thing...
frank.
Perfectly frank.
Those scenes are the only thing that kept Chain of Command off of my worst list. Because everything aside from those scenes is fucking garbage.
I wouldn't call it garbage.
No, it was. I
There
hated
is
it.
so much garbage in
I said it should be hauled
the
away
garbage
as
pile.
Well,
garbage.
I think maybe in order to settle this, we should start hearing people's tops and bottoms.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, do we always do start with the bottoms? Who wants to start?
We don't always start with the bottoms.
Let's.
Let's start with the tops this time, Chris.
Oh, I like to end on a positive
Too
note.
fucking
Oh no,
bad.
let's bury these motherfuckers at the end.
All right, who
Thought
wants
you
to
guys were
start?
just saying how much you liked this season.
I have a lot of ones that I liked this season. I think there's a lot of like that you could conceivably make cases for a lot of the episodes for to people's tops episodes in this season.
Why don't you go first, Justice?
Sure.
You're our guest.
Yeah, I would be happy to.
Be our guest.
In my top 3 in no particular order: Tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Good one.
fantastic episode. Chain of Command Part 2, not Part 1. Fuck Part 1.
Nah.
And then I really like Starship Mine.
That's
You
a fun
would.
one.
Yeah,
good one.
It's
It's fun.
I like a fun episode. I like getting to watch Picard be a badass. To like really expand upon the fact that this person's a captain for a reason, and this is really his ship. He knows it as well as anybody could.
Yeah.
So I really like Starship Mine.
R.I.P. Hutch.
Yeah,
Aw, poor Hutch. Never gets any fucking closure.
yeah. I would bet that other people have some of those on their tops as well.
Nope.
Ugh.
0. Actually, no, one of those. Fuck, I forgot it was there.
0! Oh no, wait.
1. In fact, all 3. We overlapped entirely. Here, let me tell you mine then, because I'm talking now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start Timescape. Woo!
Yeah, Timescape is
I
good.
really like Timescape. It's such a great idea, and it's so interesting to watch. And
That's one of the ones we watched last week.
Yeah, that was,
Yes.
that was last
Yeah.
week. The
Picard draws in a cloud.
the
Yeah, yeah.
ship stuck in amber. Kind
That
of
was
thing.
really
Which
interesting.
is it's such a great idea.
Dun, 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 da, 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 da,
Oh, it's the home improvement theme again.
Da, 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 da.
Fabulous.
Perfect.
I'm going to include Chain of Command Part 2 because the Picard acting fucking sold it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even if whatever problems Chris has are Chris's fucking problems.
Look, you
Wow.
are not wrong about those things, but it's that Picard. Those scenes are so incredible.
Oh, those scenes
that it wipes the
are
memory of all the rest
fucking
of it.
amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Those scenes are borderline
Hey,
perfect.
come on, Jellicoe's great.
Jellicoe's good.
Jellicoe is very.
He
good
is
to
not
hate.
well
Yes,
realized.
I love to hate Jellicoe.
See, I don't even love to
I
hate
love
him.
him.
I just don't think he's well realized enough.
I actually do think he's well realized. I think that I have seen people in leadership in that exact style before, and I am not surprised to
Jay.
to
It's like a
see
ball
him acting
sack.
that way.
Jay.
It is like a ball sack.
He's playing with an octopus,
Yeah.
people.
There's a ball
Plush
sack on
one.
it.
And your top?
Well, it's
Other top?
in no particular order. Face of the Enemy is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Face of the Enemy is a fantastic.
So fucking good.
They give Troy something to do that's in character and
Yep.
good and not annoying.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Well done, Troy.
Yes.
Well done. Yeah, it is a really fantastic episode.
It is.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Do it.
So
Oh,
really,
great.
in no particular order, I also put Chain of Command Part 2
Nice.
solely for Picard and David Warner. Just because, that was some of the best. I also did Face of the Enemy because I really, really, really loved that episode. That's the only time I feel like I've ever been fucking A, Troy, because she was just super badass.
Yep.
And I actually am going to make a last minute switch. I'm actually going to put Timescape as my third.
Oh yeah, complete overlap. Over
I
there.
know, wild.
What was your other one that you were switching from?
Well, so I was going to say Frame of Mind.
Ooh, I like that one too.
Yeah, and I...
which one was that again?
Riker goes fucking crazy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
again, that was the thing. That, for me, again, I don't think it was a great episode. I think that
It was a
fucking
great Riker
Jonathan
episode.
Frakes was fucking awesome in this episode. So, that was why that sort of was up there. And I also gave an honorable mention to Relics because it was kind of shit, but it was just really nice to see Scotty because I love Scotty.
That's
Not
fair.
Yeah.
enough dice and spare. I'll say
Scooty.
Scooty Puff Jr.
it. Scooty Puff Jr. sauce.
In 1,000 years, we'll get right on it.
Jake, do yours before we get to the cynics version of the top three.
All right.
It'll be nothing but Alexander episodes.
All right.
Just fistful of datas 3 times.
Oh, God, no, I hated that episode.
All right. So my tops are, in no particular order, Tapestry,
Good one.
Starship Mine,
Oh,
Yeah.
and Quality of Life.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good
I did like-
one.
that's a great one.
The
Good one.
Exocomps.
Exo comes
Comps.
for the
What did I
win.
say? Exopods?
Yeah.
What an asshole. I'm yeah, that is great with the exopods,
So,
the Tide Pods.
I'm afraid...
AirPods.
Do you have any overlap, Chris?
I'm afraid I have no surprises. I thought I had one surprise, and it was just blown. Because quality of life.
Quality of
Yeah.
It's a
life.
super good episode.
It is.
Tapestry
Mm-hmm.
and Face of the Enemy.
Ah.
Face of the Enemy was so good.
In increasing order.
Yeah, okay.
So no loners, it sounds like.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'd be the outlier on quality of life.
Yeah, well, if
but-
I thought I'd be the outlier on Timescape.
If
So-
I had kept Frame of Mind, you would have been.
Yeah, I'm the weird person that... Because I had 11 episodes in my ones that I really liked in this thing. I included The Chase and...
Oh,
What?
God,
I
you
like the Chase.
What is
maniac.
wrong with
Okay,
you?
Which
okay.
one is the chase? I'm
So
sorry.
here's the thing. The Chase...
The chase is it's a mad world in space.
The
Yeah.
I
Chase
don't-
spent
that
a
doesn't
little
help
bit
me.
of time on my tentative tops list when it was I had just watched it. Overall, I kind of hate what the reveal ended up being, but I loved everything leading up to it. So
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I didn't. I hated everything leading up to it.
We
because
are
it was,
the world.
Can somebody remind
What?
me?
That was
That's
the
all where all the species, all the aliens in Star Trek are all descended from this race that's
made of
sperm.
potatoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that stupid one where the 3 band together and go. No, fuck that. I hated that episode. Sorry, Justice.
everything was so convenient.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
it
but
pissed me off.
fair enough.
But I get it. I'm with
DNA
you.
is a puzzle piece. Whoa.
We all have the same puzzle pieces, and we've all met up here
All right, let's
today.
stop making fun of poor Justice.
Damn it,
Yeah,
Justice!
but, like, 'cause I like
I'm on his side.
I really enjoy this season in particular. I like Time Zero Part 2.
You're
Okay,
wrong.
that's just wrong.
Yeah,
You're-
I like.
I mean,
like.
Get out.
I think you wouldn't be surprised. Second Chances is a good episode.
Second Chance.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
really,
episode.
I really liked that one.
I'm betting most people don't agree. Suspicions. I like
I like
Suspicions. Yeah, Suspicions is a good episode.
What was that again?
That's
That
the
was-
one with the
Oh.
original metaphysic shielding.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
It was
Bev goes
alright,
into
yeah.
the sun.
Yeah.
Joe Brill has awesome makeup.
Yeah.
I will say, I love Times Arrow Part 1. Part 2, again, they didn't quite stick the landing for me. Because, again, they're just so bad at two-parters.
Yeah,
They really
pretty bad at
shouldn't do them.
two-parters. There's something about Time Zero,
But I can
that
see where you're
just
coming
really
from.
Enjoy. Also,
Well,
I
you
kind of
put
like the second part of
part one at
Birthright
your
where
top,
he's
didn't you?
escaping.
It's better than the first part
Yes.
where they couldn't decide if, should we have a Dated Dreams episode or a Worf episode? Let's do both.
But yeah, I also included, you could conceivably put Relics or Timescape or all of these other ones on. But yeah, I think that's all of the weird ones that I was like, I like this episode.
Ship in
I
a
like
Bottle.
this.
Ship in a Bottle was in there for a while for me. The
Oh, right, I
Moriarty
forgot the
one.
ship.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yes, I
but
do, because I do like how that resolves itself.
It was a great idea.
Yeah.
It was very,
Very Moriarty of them.
well, yes, it was, but what's that fucking movie? You
The
know.
Matrix?
Oh,
Inception.
Oh,
Thank
Inception,
you.
yeah.
All
right.
I don't words.
All right, well, let's hear what was
Well,
in your
Justice has
let's
already
hear what was
started
in your
talking about.
shitter.
He's already talking about some shit, so
Yeah.
they just
Okay.
happen to make his top list.
I
Ouch.
cannot fucking stand lessons. I hate lessons so much. I wanted to say one nice thing about lessons is I'm glad they didn't kill her off just to give Picard something to feel.
Yeah,
about.
they didn't fridge her,
That,
which was
but
nice.
Sweet God, I fucking can't stand
Because
lessons.
nothing
there
happens.
was literally no, I can never think of the word.
Conflict.
Chemistry.
Conflict. Well, that too. No conflict until the last 10 minutes. And then it's like, you spent this whole episode making us be like, oh yeah, they play flute. Isn't that sweet? Oh, they've all talked to the crew to make sure it's not weird. Oh, well, off she goes to death. Okay, thanks.
And then
Sweet.
somebody in Star Trek shitposting the other day pointed it out to me. Picard it's not being Picard's hands when he's playing the flute, and I can't unsee it anymore. And that just made it so much worse. Man of the People
Oh, garbage.
is
Yeah, nope.
Hot,
Fuck
absolute
that
hot
episode.
is garbage.
hot fucking trash.
Of the many, poor victim Troy episodes,
Yeah,
that
poor
is probably
Troy.
the worst.
Yeah.
That's the aging one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the aging one. She looks
Fucking-
hot in that dress, though.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
does look hot in that dress.
And then, in spite of my beautiful man John Delancey being in it, True Q can go right to hell.
Which one?
That's
That's
the
the
one
one with
Amanda
fucking
Rogers.
creepy
Oh,
girl face who
yes.
like traps Riker
Yeah.
in a fucking creepy date.
She does this thing.
Like
with
I
her
didn't
hands.
hate it, but I forgot it.
Yeah,
So-
like I
Puppies.
truly hate it. I had some of the, but I have my honorable mentions, but I'm sure other people will discuss them. Yeah.
Well, we'll just go in the same
Let's
order
go
we
in the
did.
same order. So first off, okay, there was one I could not decide between.
Uh-oh.
There was
Well, save that one for last.
Okay, I'll save that one for last. Okay, in that case, fuck Rascals to death. To fucking death. Death by Snoo Snoo.
No,
God-
they're children.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're babies. That's
no,
weird.
they're not. One of them has seen more than you'll ever see.
Yeah.
Keiko?
that's-
Picard. Oh,
Oh.
Keiko.
Yeah,
It's just the worst idea to add children all over the ship.
Such a bad idea.
It's poorly executed. The children
Oh, yeah.
actors are awful.
The
The,
children actors are terrible.
transporter thing makes
No.
no fucking
Nope.
sense.
Yeah.
It's contradicted everything we've known about transporters so far. It's just bad.
O'Brien thought about it.
Ugh.
You know he did.
No, he
Oh,
did not.
no.
That's what I credit him with. He was clearly grossed
He
out.
specifically said no.
He's like,
Yeah,
no,
Keiko
I gotta
was
fucking
trying to
roll.
make sexy times, and he was
No,
like,
Was
"Fuck
that the send
no."
off of the O'Briens? Was that the last?
It might have
appearance?
been.
I fucking hope
I think so. Yeah.
It's gonna take me at least a season to get that bad taste out of my mouth. That was so fucked up. Yuck.
Anyway, moving on. Times Arrow Part 2. I can't fucking stand it. I can't fucking stand it.
Have you guys had a top and a bottom? Because it's not in my actual tops, but have you ever
Yes,
had it?
we last season, probably this season, judging by Chris's stupid face.
Wait,
You've already heard your tops.
I put Times Arrow Part 1 in my top last season, and it was in your bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
emphatically.
I think that's the first time. That might be the first time that
It
happened.
was in
though.
your bottom.
Jake. Jake.
Stop it!
Stop it!
No. I don't know how many times during Times Arrow I would just like, Why is Mark Twain here? Mark Twain, leave. No one wants you here. The writers don't want you here. No one wants you here.
I wanted them there.
Chris is wrong.
Poor Chris.
The two I couldn't decide between were Man of the People,
Yep.
which
bad.
I'm gonna say is an honorable mention.
Okay, so
Because I'm gonna say The Chase. Just because
Okay.
I'm just so
The
aggravated by it.
cheese.
I'm just so aggravated all the time. You should. How many bubble baths do I take a week, Jake? Because I'm just always on edge.
Because of that episode.
Because of The Chase.
Okay, so earlier we had a cat in a box, but still looking upset. Now I'm just picturing like you up to your chin in bubbles, but frowning.
Doing.
Like, what you get? I didn't think it was possible to be in a bubble bath frowning, but they're you know, if anyone can
that
pull it
fucking
off.
Chase. God damn it! Why were they all looking for this
You're like-
thing?
you're
Why
the-
were they here at the same day?
I can picture it perfect. You're sitting there. You're like, you know, again, bubbles up to your chin, you're sunken as right, you know, fucking rubber duck perched on top of your head, but you're just scowling.
How does Picard solve it in an afternoon where it took his mentor like years and years and he didn't get fucking anywhere? No!
Alright.
Okay, I'm done.
Ames walks out the door and never comes back.
Straight into the bubble bath.
I'm done! Sorry, that was really loud. Okay,
Wasn't
my
that loud?
my bottom.
Jake.
It's fine. It's a good ass. It's fine. Lessons.
Yeah.
Fuck lessons. Bye.
Yep, fuck lessons.
True Q.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, I fucking
I just was
hated
very.
True Q
I was just
so
hard
much.
met on it.
Yeah, hard
no,
man.
didn't like it. And I put fistful of datas because.
Yeah, that episode was pretty
God
good.
damn it! It could have been.
It could
so
have been
perfect.
great.
There should have been way more data.
Low
Way more
Alexander.
data.
Kill off Alexander.
You
Yes,
know, like
forever.
seriously, less out. Like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like there was too much Alexander. There wasn't nearly as much. There weren't nearly a fistful of datas.
No. There was like
I don't think
barely
they
a
told,
handful.
I don't think they told Worf that Alexander wasn't killed off.
Yes.
He never sees him again.
If only that were true.
Jake.
All right, my bottom.
Funny
You
every
didn't
time.
laugh when you say it.
It's
Christ's
Jake.
sakes.
I can laugh. I can always laugh.
He loves to laugh.
All right.
So he's K-less.
So I'm gonna go. I went a little different direction, I think, than others did. My first in the bottom is birthright.
Which one?
Both
Both of them.
together.
collective?
So I consider it one thing.
Yeah. It was
a pretty crappy
and as a
episode.
whole,
Yeah.
I count it as a shit episode.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah.
very good. Not
That's
very
when he
good.
goes and rescues the Klingons.
Yeah,
or whatever,
and
right?
Data
Yeah.
learns to like see ravens in
Yeah,
his
Data
sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The raven
That's why I
with the
hate
third
the
eye.
first
It's like
part,
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
which is why I only put down the second part as this is okay.
Schisms.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Schisms, where everyone dreamt of a table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shitty episode.
And no surprise, probably Rascals.
Oh, I was
Rascals.
expecting you to say the chase.
Yeah, I don't like the chase, but I don't like it as much as I don't like those ones.
Really? Those ones are most. I don't know. I found a lot of that inoffensive and just kind of blah.
Yeah, again, I'm afraid.
But yes, Rascals, hot garbage.
No surprises. My worst in decreasing order. Lessons, because nothing fucking happens.
Yep, bad episode.
Schisms, because nothing fucking happens. And there's a table.
Then there's a table.
And Man of the People.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Man
Very
of the
bad.
People was fucking trash.
Yeah, it's really. It was just hard.
That is one of the worst episodes of TNG. Full stop. I
Yeah.
think.
Wow. That's
It really does upset
It's
me.
down there.
we ain't got to Sub Rosa yet.
It's
so,
down there with
Oh
Code
my
of
God, I
Honor.
forgot that Subros is coming up.
But
So
yeah.
it's a good episode then.
So actually, a lot of overlap. Possibly the most we've had in a few seasons.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, I mean,
mostly on the tops.
Well, I also feel like I'm usually the outlier. Like, I feel like I pull out absolute shit that I'm like, oh, I loved this episode. And you guys are like, are you serious right now? So, I think maybe I've just matured. My taste
Ilana
in Star Trek has
Troyes.
matured.
Hey, what's wrong with Alana Troyes?
Caitlin loved it.
Yeah, what's wrong with it? It's a good episode.
It's fine.
It's not what you said then.
Did I?
Just kidding. I don't know.
I don't think it was in my top, but I
I don't even fucking remember what it's about. I definitely don't remember what you thought of it.
It was the same as the one that we saw.
The not the Dolphin.
No.
Perfect Mate.
Perfect Mate, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I liked that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not the same
Well, no,
person
the
I
woman,
once
like-
was.
The woman, hypnotized Kirk with her tears, and at the end it turned out her necklace was made of dilithium.
Oh, that was the
and-
really crazy... I liked that one because of the BDSM. That's why I liked that. Because she was like, I'm going to introduce you to spanking, bitch. And she's like, hurt me, daddy. And I was like, okay. I don't think that's exactly what happened, but close enough.
That's what
That's
Caitlin
in your
saw.
fanfic.
It's definitely in my fanfic.
All right. Well,
It's like in 30. It's like in 30 Rock, where you see what each character sees through their own eyes, and I've lost his name. Kenneth only sees like Muppets.
Yeah.
That's a kind of Caitlin vision where she
I'm almost
sees
done with the 30
nothing
Rock
but
rewatch.
BDSM.
Everywhere.
30 Watch.
30 watch.
There's
30
a lot,
watch.
there's a lot that doesn't.
30 watch re-rock.
Oh my god, once this is over, that's our next podcast.
This is never
30 watch re-rock.
This is never gonna end though.
No, it will never end.
Yeah.
So many
So you guys
series.
can watch 30 Rock in 15 years and realize how poorly it's grown.
Oh my god, it'll be
topical
like how Friends fans feel now. Probably.
That show was
I
never
assume.
good.
How do Friends fans feel now?
It should.
Too many
There's
Fs.
just.
There's
I
a
feel like
lot
there's
of
lots of like.
homophobia.
Yeah.
Is
there?
there? It's been a long
See, I never
time.
actually watched it, so...
I have recently rewatched Friends, and there's a lot of homophobia.
Wow.
No wonder my dad was so fond of it.
He is a monster.
It is the 90s, so,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
On that note, I thought there was a lot of good stuff in season 6.
There were some...
I had a bubble in the B+B category.
Yeah.
I mean, they were done right. There were some very, very good episodes, but I just had an overwhelming sense of, that was fine.
Fair enough.
Like, again, not a lot of bad, but just a lot of underwhelmed.
Cool.
Jake, you're such an asshole.
What?
It's late, we're all tired.
It is late.
Who's tired?
All right,
I've
let's
been
take
tired.
us out. Give me
Yes.
the cards.
Jake's
I don't
not.
think we're
Jake's
doing
away.
that next week.
No, next week. Remember?
What's next week?
RoboCop.
Ba 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 ba.
Yes! I was hoping you'd do that.
All right.
Always does that.
All right.
That's his
That is
catchphrase.
true, ladies and gentlemen. As you probably guessed, we are
If
covering.
you know what that is.
Yeah,
we are
maybe.
next week. We will not be covering 2 episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. We will be covering Home Alone. No, that's not even the name of the show. Home Improvement.
Nope.
Nope. I was trying to make a Home Improvement joke, and then I said Home Alone instead.
Yeah, Jake, we got it.
Maybe next Christmas.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Kevin McAllister. Anyway, no, we will be covering the 2014 remake of. Oh, we're gonna do the
original.
Oh,
The
sweet.
original. We have to do the original.
Awesome! Yes, so we will be covering the original RoboCop next week. That's
1987.
right. 1987. Back when men were men and boys were children. And
Back when men were men and they got shot in the dick.
they got shot in the dick.
A lot.
A lot of dick shooting.
Have you seen this video,
And a lot
Justice?
of Star Trek
We got a
guest
video.
Have I
stars.
seen RoboCop?
We gotta show you a video later.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, many Star Trek guest stars. There is
yeah.
a very tangential...
That is how we're connecting it.
And Kurtwood Smith.
Well, he's
Yeah.
a Star Trek guest star, too.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, no, he was president of the Federation for
I
Christ's
forgot
sakes.
about that.
But wasn't it in the 5th film?
Six.
6.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Well, he also showed up.
He shows up in Voyager, maybe?
Oh,
Yeah, we haven't gotten to his second appearance
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, he is in Voyager.
No spoilers.
He is a guest
You can
star
say what
in
he
Voyager.
does.
In-
No, I
in-
know. I just don't want him to. That's all.
Possibly the best Voyager episode. I can't say for sure, but it's a really good episode.
Wait,
He's in
why?
Captain
The best
Proton?
is Neelix not in it?
the one where
he might get killed.
Janeway
though,
turns into a lizard.
Did you say Neelix dies?
No.
Damn it.
You haven't even
but
met
then,
him yet.
I fucking hate him. I don't even
so-
like looking at him, dude.
so-
I'm so upset about Voyager, as I have to look at fucking Neelix every
Anyway.
fucking
I've never
week.
And-
seen one episode of Voyager.
I know, and I already hate it. It's gonna be a long, however many fucking years of that show it
I
is.
bet you hate the Captain Proton episode, don't you?
I've not seen it.
How
Really?
many seasons are there?
7.
7.
7. TNG, DS9, and Voyager
There's
all
some
had
good
7.
shit in there. There's some good
There's
shit
a
in there.
lot of good shit in there.
Anyway,
Yes.
so that's
Next week
coming
is
up
a
next week. So
tentpole.
I hope you'll join us for that. If not, you can tune in the following week where we will be talking about 2 episodes of Star Trek: The Next
Season
Generation.
7.
Season
Woohoo!
7, Liaisons and Interface.
Bum, 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 bum,
All right, so
Sort of
that's
sounded
coming
like
up.
Strong Bad just then.
Yeah, that's coming up in 2 weeks. But until then, make sure you catch our RoboCop review spectacular.
I'm sure we're gonna do all the. I almost said Lars von Trier. That's not the right guy.
We definitely do not want to
Over.
cover Lars von Trier movies.
No,
Fuck.
that was one of our first episodes where you told the story about the candy
and-
at the movie.
Oh, Antichrist and,
Yeah.
and the snow caps?
Yeah. Man, that's classic.
Snow caps during Antichrist?
And they were really crunchy and loud.
Yeah, no, like legit. He tells the story in like probably one of the first 10 episodes.
Oh, I should listen because I didn't watch TOS. I should go back and listen to those.
Do it.
Yeah.
Also, I should watch TOS.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
you
you
should
should.
watch TOS.
Make it happen.
Fucking
Watch
amazing.
For the World is Hollow when I touch the sky.
I
Such a
love
good
that
episode.
so
episode.
fucking good.
That's
Season 3
super
is
underrated.
full of like lots of gems. Like people talk about
Literally.
season 3 like it's
Yeah.
like it's absolute garbage, and it's true. A lot of it is pretty shit.
But there's some.
But I think like 3 of my 5 top favorites of that whole series came from.
Yeah. No, it's
Season
very
3 has a lot of
Including For
gems.
the World is Hollow.
Season
and
4
I-
has a lot of BEMs.
Anyway.
All right, well, that's coming up next time. Until then, you can always follow us on the internet. On Facebook, search for A Star to Steer Her By. You can find us on Twitter and Tumblr, SSHB Podcast or sshbpodcast.com. You can download our podcast on iTunes and Apple, Google, and SoundCloud. And please join us next week. My name has been Jake.
This has been Chris.
This has been Ames.
This has been Caitlin.
And this has been Justin.
Wow.
He got some
Admiral
sucking-
Jarrock!
I was going to say
Justice.
Jay Sherman.
And we got through a whole discussion of dissent without ever referring to this podcast as a star to steer into.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't get it.
Well, cancel the series.
Nevka
Never
drives
mind.
into a star.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good joke, Justice.
Star to steer her right by.
Right over my head.
Thank you. I was-
That cat is very upset.
Oh, poor Black Cat. He doesn't like when I yell.
It's amazing. He's in a box and he still looks annoyed. I didn't know cats could do that.